Hello and welcome. I'm Tara Tarot. I'm an intuitive tarot card reader, and this reading is for you, beautiful Aries, for 2021. And just at first glance, it's looking like an amazing year. So I'm so excited to get into this reading. So the cards I'm using today are the Morgan Greer, and I'm also going to be pulling a Wisdom of Oracle card as the final sort of words of wisdom from Universe by Carlette Baron Reid at the end of the reading. But I do want to sort of get right into it. So I have a card for each month, and it starts off in the top left hand corner with January, and then we'll go to February, March, April and so forth and work down. And I'm just going to go over the cards first of all to let you know what card you have for each month. So you start off in a beautiful place, the Ace of Rods. So January, the Ace of Rods, which is the Ace of Wands. Then we're moving into the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Star, gorgeous card, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, the Knight of Cups. Oh, so many cups. These are really well shuffled. And the Knight of Cups, and then going into the Eight of Cups, the Hermit, and ending in December on the Four of Swords. So I always look out for what major arcanas appear in a reading, because they kind of take they're like the big energy of the reading, so they're very significant to the year. So the two cards that you have are really gorgeous cards. You have the Star and you also have the Hermit, so gorgeous energy around them, and in both of them you can see this star, so they're very well connected to each other. Anyway, let's get into the reading. So we start off with January, and we're starting off with the Ace of Rods, or the Ace of Wands, and that's really an offering of a new beginning, a new passion, a new energy, which is great, because who doesn't want to walk into January 2021 with a new energy? Really, 2020, leave it well behind. So amazing. It's really coming in this reading with quite a force. So it's really sort of directed at you to grab this wand and run with it. Okay, so a wonderful start to start the year in January. And then you move on to February, and with February you've got the Seven of Cups, and with the Seven of Cups, the cups rule the water signs of the zodiac. So it's really about the emotions of our being. And the seven, it depends on where it fits in the reading. I get very different messages each time I come across the Seven of Cups. And with this one, I think what the message is, with this new passion, there's going to be lots of choices and lots of options. And sometimes you have to be just a little bit mindful of the Seven of Cups, because it can have sort of a sense of delusion with it, a sense of sort of smoke and mirrors, and what you see isn't necessarily what you get. So just be mindful of, as you take that sort of run with that new passion, sort of don't get too sort of lost in the fog. That's what I think I need to say with that, because as you can see on this card, with the January card, you've got a really beautiful clear cloud, and that this offers coming out of nowhere, but the nowhere is very clear. It's white, which represents purity in the tarot deck. So it's a pure, clear, direct offer. And then as you step into February, it gets a bit murky and a bit clouded, and this kind of reminds me of like nicotine. So it gets not a little bit polluted. So just be mindful of, I wouldn't take much action in February. I'll just watch and see and observe and just find your place. And so just look at all the options you have, but I wouldn't make any decisions in February. But it's great you've got choices, which is awesome. You've got at least seven choices to pick from. And then we go into March, and the March is the Nine of Swords. Swords rule in the air signs of the zodiac. So Gemini, I nearly said Aries, sorry, Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. And with the swords, it's really about thought, communication, And it's also the Nine of Swords is about worry and being caught up in your thoughts and your worry. So in the original tarot deck, Rider-Waite tarot deck, it's somebody like not even lying down in bed, somebody who can't sleep with lots of nine swords above their head. So it's really that sort of feeling bound up in your own thoughts. So this could be connected to, you know, just being a bit overwhelmed and a bit confused with all the options you do have appearing in front of you in February. Okay, so moving on to February, March, April. In April, we have the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups, so many cups. So 2021 for you, Aries, it's going to be quite an emotional year. There's going to be a lot of love, especially in the third part of the year. So when we pass March, it's going to get really gorgeous, actually. So with January, February, March, April. In April, with the Five of Cups, excuse me, that's really about focusing on the loss and having some regret of what's been lost in the past. So this person here is looking at these three cups. They've been spilt on the ground, so it could be lost opportunities, lost love, lost connection with people. However, they don't see the two cups here. And the two cups here, I have to say, are extremely powerful because they are sitting there quietly and still. And with this card, I did a reading yesterday, and this Five of Cups had a completely different energy. So with this energy, I feel that the cups sitting behind the person, you being the person, not seeing the cups, are sitting there just gently, patiently waiting, knowing that you will turn around at some point and you will see these two cups. And these are the two cups that you need. So the other ones have been spilt, the water's gone, the wine's gone, whatever that may be, and they're empty. But these cups are actually full, okay? So it really is about being in that turning point. The fives in the tarot are that midway point of the journey, going from ace to the tens. And quite often it's about conflict and change, because with any journey, quite often the midway point is not an easy point. You know, when you're sort of traveling, say, let's take a journey itself, and you're going on a big hike, midway point, you're exhausted, you're thinking, oh, am I going to have the energy to go on? Shall I turn back? Why did I even start this journey? But when you get over that midway point, it gets smoother and you sort of take off again. So the fives are about change and transitioning and that sort of midway point of shifting gear and moving forward. So beautiful energy, even though it looks like a sad, regretful card. And then in May, gorgeous card, the Star card, one of my favorite cards. I absolutely love it. The Star card comes after the Tower in the sort of Major Arcana run of numbers, and it's really about coming back to basics and being and having hope. You know, having that hope and faith. And this lady is naked, so not being afraid to be vulnerable. And after experiencing the Tower, so the Tower is the card that comes before this, that's really stripping her away sort of disbeliefs or things that are not on a solid foundation. A little bit like the Seven of Cups, you know, that sort of sense of delusional, they need to be ripped away, they're not serving you, and you just become way more grounded. You just become, you know, connected to Mother Earth and have a sense of hope and a new beginning. So from January, February, March, April, from this point, from May onwards, it's an absolutely gorgeous year. It really is. So when I was doing the shuffle, we're going to move on to June. When I was doing the shuffle, the two cards for June and July had to come out together. So as I placed out June, the universe was saying, no, you need to take this card as well. And I thought, oh, that must be significant. There must be a reason. And I thought when I was doing the shuffle, because I always place the cards face down when I do the shuffle, so I don't know, and then I reveal them, and then I see what the story universe is telling me. When I turned the cards, I thought, yeah, absolutely, these two are so connected. So I'm going to read them together. So we have June and July, and here we go. These are the 2 cups. Yeah, so you've not seen these 2 cups here in April, but you've come down and you've had hope, and you've got grounded, and you've become humble and just connected to the basics of life, you know, just the beautiful things, not getting caught up in your thoughts, not getting caught up in your emotional options, just being in a very grounded, beautiful energy. And it's when you get to that energy, you can then step in and take hold of the 2 cups. So 2 of Cups is really a union, a coming together. And that coming together could be a romantic union. So you could be meeting somebody, and it's really, it's not just like somebody on Tinder. It's somebody extremely significant that it's really going to be a big part of your life. So absolutely beautiful card. And then really to confirm that is the Ace of Cups. So with the Ace of Cups, it's an offering, and it comes from universe. So the universe is saying, look, this overflowing cup is for you too. This is meant to be. There's no question in June that you are going to have a very significant union. And wherever you want to sort of place that in your life, so you may already be married, it may be coming together with your partner, it may be meeting somebody new, it may be even meeting a business partner. To be honest, in this reading, I don't think it's going to be a business partner, because there's no pentacles in this reading, which is about money, foundation. I just don't get a sense it's going to be a business partner, but it could be. So, but it is a union. It could be you and a creative project. You know, you finding your absolute connection with something you're doing. So gorgeous. June and July are just going to be divine. And then you go into the Knight of Cups. So many cups. It's just unbelievable. So July, August. Yeah, so we get headed into August over here. And that's the Knight of Cups. So with the Knight of Cups, you've gone through the... you started off with the Ace of Cups. You go to the 2 of Cups. You go through all the cups. And then you get to the Page. And then you get to the Knight. And then you go into the Queen, and then you go into the King. So this is the second card of the Court cards. And it's really about taking action, because the Knights are actually moving forward and taking action. The Knight of Cups is actually a little bit slower than, I'd say, the Knight of Wands. However, it is kind of moving forward with a love and compassion. So, gorgeous card. And then that moves into the 9 of Cups. So there's a real emotional fulfillment happening in your life, especially from the midpoint of the year, from May all the way through to the end of December. So that real sense of completion and fulfillment. So you see this happy chappy here with the 9 cups behind him. So really being content and happy in your life. So that is where I've lost track of my months: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. In September. Yeah, so in September, you're going to be really fulfilled in life and content and happy. So it's going to be a really lovely month just to sit and be and enjoy. And then the energy shifts. So when you're going from September, you're moving into October. And there's actually a need to sort of, the last 3 months, there's a need to walk away and to take rest. And it's a really beautiful energy. So it's not, you found this love, be it a person or be it a project, be it a job. And it's really sort of fulfilling you and giving you satisfaction. However, there's a need to walk away. So you're going from the 9 of Cups and you've got the 8 of Cups. So there's a cup that's been sort of dropped off. And this person is walking away. And these 2 cards here, I have to say, are so connected. So what I'm thinking is what's happening in November, November's calling you to go within. So the November card, which is the Hermit, which is ruled by Virgo, is about going within to find your own answers. And it's really about sort of that internal process of solitude, self-reflection, and gaining that inner wisdom to find out really where you want to go in life, what you want to do, and also to kind of, I want to use the word consolidate. I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm going to use it. So to consolidate all what you've been through this year, because there's a lot of emotions, and emotions, I have to say, take wear and tear on you. You know, when you're feeling strong emotions for yourself, for other people, for projects, for the situation, that takes a toll. So it really, I think, in the last 3 months, the October, November, December, there's a real sense of really needing to retreat, go within yourself, have some quiet time. It'd be a really awesome time in November, depending on the restrictions of what's going on next year. But it'd be a really nice time to, you know, go on a retreat, go on a meditation retreat, or take yourself off on a camping retreat, or, you know, having some time off to self-reflect. So October, November, I have to say, again, it's a lovely energy. It's really the energy that comes from this reading that is so, it's like you've met somebody or you've connected to a project this middle bit of your life, and it's so fulfilling. It gives you the confidence that you can actually go within, because you know that without, sort of out of yourself, it's there. You're grounded, you're sorted, it's stable, and it's beautiful. So that gives you the confidence to go internally within your own internal world, to sort of just navigate that internal world, which quite often, unless you're a therapist or you go to counselling, really we very rarely do as human beings. So it's a beautiful opportunity to go within. And then you're going to end the year in December with the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords, it's really, again, it's about taking rest. So it's about sort of just taking the time to, especially from your thoughts. So taking the time from your thoughts and resting and allowing yourself to rest. Because if you think about it, you're going to go through all this sort of emotional time, beautiful emotional time. And it's really December, it's a time to sort of take rest before you step into 2022. So gorgeous reading for you, Aries. I hope you really resonate with this reading. I'm going to end the reading just pulling a Wisdom of Oracle card by Carlette Baron Reid, because I do really like these cards. And just as a final message from universe, and just while I'm shuffling the deck, I'll just let you know that I'll actually be uploading monthly readings every month for each zodiac sign. And I'll be taking the card from this reading to give guidance to whatever month that I'll be reading for you. So please come back to the channel each month and have a look at your monthly readings. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. And if you do, please subscribe, please press like. And it's been lovely spending this time with you. And I'm just going to get a card for a final message from universe. Oh, beautiful. So the card, sorry, you're thinking, what card is it? It's a really lovely card. So it's mending. Oh, I love this card. I'm going to see if I can hold it in front of the camera. So that's the card there. Let's see how close I can get it. So it's mending, and it's card number 52. And this, again, is these two people come together. See how they're working on mending. Oh, it's so lovely. So I really do think I'm going to place this right next to the Two of Cups, because I definitely do feel that this is about coming together with someone. And when that union happens, it actually gives you confidence to work on yourself. So when this happens in June, July time, it actually allows you to sort of mend yourself. Yeah, so actually work on yourself, and knowing that you've got that support of that other person. See how they're actually working together making bunting. And again, when you make bunting, you're making bunting out of, I love bunting so much. Maybe because I'm English. So when you make bunting, you're making it out of old fabric, and you're sewing it together to make it look decorative and pretty, and it's for a celebration. And it's about communities coming together as well. So it's, you know, when you put bunting together, you're putting all this old fabric together, that makes something beautiful to decorate an event that you're going to celebrate. So I really think that, you know, it's about coming together, all the parts of your life in the past, you know, all the things that are worn out, you know, the things that are worn out, the things that are left behind, the things that are being spilt and spoilt, and then coming into May and actually using them, that your past experience, to actually take the little bits that you can sew together and turn into something that you can use to decorate your celebration. And it's the celebration of this union. Oh, I'm so happy. I was thinking I'm going to do 2021 readings, and I'm thinking I really hope I can bring some joy and love to the readings, because after 2020 I was thinking I don't want to forecast anything about 2020. So awesome reading for you, Aries. I hope you really love it, and I'll see you in the January readings, which I'll be uploading somewhere about mid-December, end of December. So I look forward to seeing you then. Take care, all the best.